Over a dozen crew members aboard Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas have now tested positive for COVID-19. What's going on board Allure? Well, the state of Florida may indeed come after the cruise lines for asking passengers about their vaccine status. News has just broken about a list of potential violations, and many cruise lines may find themselves in some hot water with the state. The Carnival Cruise Line's restart plans are going strong. We'll give you a quick update on where they stand as of today. Plus, Disney and Celebrity have announced new cruise itineraries for Alaska and for the 2023 Bahamas season. And Carnival Cruise Lines has caused tons of confusion for passengers booked on their cruises as a result of an email glitch. All this coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by today. As we're getting started today, I want to remind you our cruise swag giveaway is currently going on. If you'd like your chance to win our passport holder and our luggage tag package for your next cruise, all you have to do is visit the link in the description below. If you're watching on a mobile device, I'll pin it up here in this upper right-hand corner. And if you'd like to check out some of the awesome cruise swag we give away here on the channel, there are Amazon affiliate links in the description below. You can even customize the color and the sizes for many of the items. Now let's hop into today's cruise news with a story from Carnival Cruise Lines that could affect some people cruising in the next few weeks. From cruisehive.com by Emrys Thacker, Carnival Cruise Line glitch causes some email confusions. It's been a glitchy start to the week for Carnival Cruise Line, with guests receiving email communications earlier than needed and not being able to log into their accounts. It's resulted in a lot of confusion for guests, and some worry if the email has been ignored. The email being sent out way too early for many guests is for their vaccine attestation. It's an important communication for the cruise line, which reminds guests that they must fill out their vaccine and health details within 48 hours before their cruise departure. And I'd like to add that after speaking with my Carnival PVP, she recommends filling it out 5 to 7 days prior to your cruise departure. And the reason to fill this form out as early as possible is because the closer you get to your cruise departure, Carnival is going to start canceling people who are listed as unvaccinated. And that is just to make up for the ratio of vaccinated to unvaccinated passengers that they need to have aboard their ships to safely sail. For guests who have an upcoming cruise, it's still important to make sure the vaccine details are filled in. However, issues on the cruise website have not helped this matter. In a reply to confused guests on social media, Carnival stated, "We are aware that we are still having issues with the website and have them working on the issue now. Please check back with us tomorrow morning. We're sorry for the convenience this has caused." So there you have it. If you've received a strange email from Carnival Cruise Line in the last 24 to 48 hours, that is probably the reason why. I can tell you I received 2 of those attestation emails in my inbox just yesterday, and I was a little bit confused at least about one of them. Well, Celebrity Cruises has announced the ships that will be sailing in the 2023 Alaska cruise season. Now let's find out some more about which ships Celebrity has chosen. From cruiseindustrynews.com, Celebrity Cruises announced today plans for 3 ships to return to Alaska for the 2023 summer season. The new 2023 Alaskan sailings open up for sale to the general public Thursday, October 14th, 2021. Highlights of the 2023 Alaska season include sailing round trip from Vancouver and passing through the Inside Passage, not once, but twice. The Celebrity Eclipse will offer 7-night itineraries to Hubbard Glacier. The itinerary also includes visits to Juneau, Ketchikan, and either Sitka or Icy Strait Point. With 7-night itineraries sailing round trip from Seattle and 1 9-night ultimate Alaska voyage, the Celebrity Solstice is the only Celebrity ship to visit the Endicott Arm Fjord and Dawes Glacier. Additional stops include visits to Victoria, Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. And finally, the Celebrity Millennium will sail 7-night open-ended itineraries between Vancouver and Seward. So my Alaska cruisers, you guys are in luck. Time to get out your wallets and get ready to book your next Alaska cruise. While we're talking about the 2023 cruise season, Disney Cruise Line has recently announced what's going on for them. From TravelPulse.com by Rich Tomaselli, Disney Cruise Line to return to Bahamas, Caribbean, and Mexico in 2023. The company today announced some return to sailings for 2023. Sailings to the Bahamas will include a trip to Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. Disney Cruise Line will depart from Miami and Port Canaveral, New Orleans, Galveston, and San Diego. Bookings are open to the public next week on October 21st. All right, Disney cruisers, get ready to book those cruises. cruises. Now we're going to get into some pretty serious news here for the next couple of stories, and some of them could have some major implications here for U.S. cruisers. You don't want to miss the next few topics. From cruisehive.com by Emrys Thacker, cruise lines might have violated Florida's vaccine passport ban. Cruise lines that operate in Florida are on a list released from the state's Department of Health and businesses who may have broken the rules on requesting proof of vaccination for the so-called vaccine passport ban. And I can confirm this. I've taken a look at the list, and Disney is on it. Royal Caribbean, as well as Carnival Cruise Lines are all on the list. I'm not sure why MSC was lucky enough to avoid it this time, but chances are they'll end up on the next naughty list. 3 cruise lines could be in some trouble related to Florida's vaccine passport ban. The Orlando Sentinel reports that the Florida Department of Health released a list that features 120 businesses in Florida that could have broken the vaccine passport law. Currently, these listed cases are under review, and that includes 3 cruise lines: Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Disney Cruise Line. They're all on the list as they operate cruise ships that depart from Florida. Cruise ships operate out of 4 different Florida home ports, including Miami, Canaveral, Everglades, and West Palm Beach. In May of 2021, Governor Ron DeSantis signed the legislation banning vaccine passports in the state of Florida. This means no businesses operating in the state of Florida are allowed to request a person to show proof of vaccination. If a company does ask for proof, there could be a fine of up to $5,000 per violation, which could add up depending on the number of people. Since the ban on vaccine passports has been in place and cruise ships have restarted from Florida, the way around the ban is for cruise passengers to show their vaccine status voluntarily. If guests don't show that they're fully vaccinated, they may not be allowed on board, or they'll have to follow stricter protocols while on their cruise. It's not been all smooth sailing complying with Florida's vaccine passport law, especially when it comes to Norwegian Cruise Line holdings. On August 8th, the cruise company was granted an injunction allowing them to sail from Florida with 100% vaccinated passengers and crew members. However, early in October, Florida has filed for an appeal to this injunction with the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals up in Atlanta, Georgia. So it looks like Florida may indeed start cracking down on some of these businesses asking for your vaccine status. I'm curious what this means for cruise lines, since $5,000 per violation could add up pretty quick on a single cruise. Now, of note, the Cruise Hive article did not mention that Norwegian Cruise Line was on the naughty list for the state of Florida, but with a little bit of digging, I did indeed find Norwegian Cruise Line doing business as the Rock Boat on Florida's vaccine passport naughty list. And speaking of being on the naughty list, let's cover today's thumbnail story about this COVID outbreak aboard Allure of the Seas. From Jim Walker's cruiselawnews.com, written by Jim Walker. 15 crew members on Allure of the Seas test positive for COVID-19. Just last week, 15 crew members aboard Allure of the Seas tested positive for COVID-19. The crew members and an undetermined number of close contacts were required to quarantine on board the ship. The inside information was provided by a Royal Caribbean crew member aboard Allure of the Seas who will remain anonymous. The Royal Caribbean cruise ship, which departed from Port Canaveral on Monday, is currently sailing on a Western Caribbean perfect day itinerary. Royal Caribbean requires its crew members all to be fully vaccinated. This is another example of breakthrough infections of already vaccinated crew members, which has occurred more frequently lately on cruise ships. The CDC's color-coded tracking system shows that Allure has been under the color yellow for the past several weeks. The yellow warning means that the CDC has investigated the presence of COVID and the cruise ship remains under their observation. So that's very interesting. I just ran across Allure of the Seas about a week or so ago down in Nassau, Bahamas. We wish a speedy recovery to all the crew members aboard the ship, and Midships will continue to follow this story in case Royal Caribbean was unable to contain the initial outbreak on board. Well, Carnival Cruise Line restarted 2 ships already this week, and that is bringing them closer and closer to another cruise restart milestone. Let's hear a little bit more from cruiseindustrynews.com. Carnival's restart nears the 45% mark. Gradually adding ships back into service, Carnival Corporation is set to reach a major milestone at the end of the month. By November 1st, nearly 45% of the company's fleet will be back in revenue operations across the corporation. With a combined fleet of 95 cruise ships, Carnival currently has 38 vessels in commercial service around the globe. Over the next weeks, 4 more are set to enter back into service, serving different markets and regions. In the U.S. market, Carnival currently has 13 ships in operation. In addition to Carnival flagged vessels, they also have 4 Princess cruise ships and 3 Holland America ships currently operating in the US. So how nice would it be right now if you were relaxing on a beach in Turks and Caicos? If you agree, I have some really good news coming for you. From cruiseradio.net by Doug Parker. Grand Turk Cruise Port set to reopen by late 2021. The Grand Turk Cruise Port is hoping to welcome ships back by the end of the year. The news comes as an increasing number of ships welcome back passengers each month, and ports desperate to see tourism dollars return do everything in their powers to restart their economy. According to a story in the Turks and Caicos Weekly, the Premier Charles Washington Missick recently addressed the people of his territories to offer assurance that things would soon be turning around for them. Premier Missick said, "I want to speak directly to the residents of Grand Turk. I know you continue to suffer from the fallout due to the absence of cruise ships. I have listened to your cries, and I'm happy to announce that we last met with Carnival on September 21st and are finalizing a development agreement with Carnival Corporation. We are expecting a $25 million agreement between Carnival and Turks and Caicos to be signed soon." If you made it this far into today's video, why haven't you subscribed to the channel yet? I watched the analytics and I know only about 12% of you have hit that subscribe button. So do me a huge favor, scroll down there, click that big red button. I won't bother you. I don't email you every day. All I'll ever do is upload new cruise content every day. While you're down there, why don't you show your support for the Midships channel by smashing the thumbs up button? It helps us so much with the YouTube algorithm every single time you hit that button. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. Until tomorrow, we'll see you on the Midships.